Good morning, Lisa. Welcome to the Morning Muffin Show, your morning carbo load of real estate.
Good morning, Jen. You make me laugh every morning when we do this.
I don't ever know what I'm gonna do, and I feel like I
Neither
need
do
to
I.
do something, so I just do it.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Hello,
Yeah.
dog. There's Ella. Mailman.
Mailman.
Mailman is
Okay, so today we are doing Fortune 500 companies here in Minnesota.
here in Minnesota. Yes, we're going to talk about them.
Mhm. Now
There's a
there's
lot
some
of
that have gosh, I want to take a 2 minute because I'm looking at myself. I like went natural with my makeup, but I think I went a little too natural. I look like I'm not
them.
wearing.
You always look beautiful. Stop it.
Thank you.
Look at you. You're
Sorry.
well, welcome to the talk
I'm gonna
show.
Yeah, I will look at you dead in the eyes today. Okay, so yeah, we have a thriving economy here in Minnesota. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to say that we're necessarily recession proof, but we are really good at rebounding because of the fact that we are a major hub in the Midwest.
Yes, we are. And a lot of people say that we're recession proof because of the companies that we have. And we've got a very good economy, and the employment here is very steady because of all these employers.
I like to think of every Hallmark movie that I've ever seen, or any movie that's, like a feel-good rom-com, there's always some Midwestern character from Minneapolis, right? I feel like, so like
I
if
don't know.
something falls apart somewhere else, everybody comes running home to Minneapolis.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know that I realized that.
No, I don't know. I noticed it just because I think it's like, hey, shout out.
Well, there are definitely things filmed here. We've talked about that, but I don't know about, Minneapolis characters, but definitely Midwestern. Anyway, we're talking about Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah, so I think I have did you send me a link?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Do you wanna I have a couple links here for myself. I'm gonna share a screen. And now this is only a small list because even though a bunch of companies don't necessarily have oops, that's actually like the full list of them. Like they don't maybe necessarily have their headquarters here like Microsoft. They do have a hub here. So there's a lot of companies like that, like Malto for example, who is bought by another company who might have been here. They are owned by Post now. So
Well, should
okay,
we
I'm
just
sorry.
go through a list of who's here?
You know what? I was going to go through the entire list of Fortune 500 companies, and then I realized that one of the reasons why we are such an amazing city. I'm so sorry. I can't tell which one's which one. Oh, here it is. I think this one's it. This is the Twin Cities Business Journal. See, way up here at the top. Sorry. You can tell I was reading it. This came out at May 18, 2020, for new Fortune 500, 16 Minnesota companies that make the list. And here they are. I love how they don't make you scroll through the entire article to actually find them. Thank you, Twin Cities Business Journal. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have United Health Group here, but we also have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota, which is their competitor. And yeah, and then we have Target here, which you have a fun story about Target.
I do, about where it first started.
Well, about you just growing up with Target, because I don't think everybody grew up with Target.
I grew up with Target. And Jen and I were talking earlier, and she said, well, the first one was in Harmar in Roseville. And I said, no, I think the first one was in Southdale. We used to go to Target and it was like a treat or something to go to Target. But we would drive I grew up by Lake Nokomis, and we'd have to go to Edina to go to Target. Now they're just everywhere. But I don't know if I have a fun story. I do actually have a fun story about Target. My daughter used to do some modeling when she was little, and she would be on display in Target and in Target ads, which was kind of fun. I love that.
Your daughter was the most adorable, freckle-faced, curly-haired girl I've ever seen. She really did look like a doll.
She looked like a little Shirley Temple with her curls. So cute. Yeah, she still is.
But yeah, so Target, that one's 0001 if you go to like look them up. And
what do you mean 0001?
Like store number, you know how they always have their store numbers and whatnot. Target is that one in Harmar is number 1. But the fun part, so segue, Southdale Mall is the very first mall ever built.
That's probably what I was thinking about. Yes, that was the very first mall in the United States.
In the United States, and we could talk about the German architect that built it later on who went like nutso. But anyway, that is a different conversation that we'll do during a Town Hall Tuesday when we talk about Edina. Okay?
Okay. Talk about Edina. I love
it. Speaking of like Edina and Bloomington and stuff, we have Best Buy, which is headquarters here.
Right.
I'm amazed that this is a new Fortune 500 company and that they are doing so well. I mean, I say this like 100% legitimacy because I feel like storefront electronics stores are going by the wayside and they have like some serious direct competitors, Amazon, Apple, but Best Buy is still going to be that broker. So they have essentially something from every major tech company, and they're able to like show you your options, which I think a lot of people still like being able to do.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And their partnership with Geek Squad for, lack of a better term, those technologically challenged people, often referred as boomers.
That would be me.
I glitched. Are you still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. We got US Bank General Mills. General Mills, I do believe, owns Kraft.
I don't know the answer to
that. Okay, so I was once dating this person who was interviewing with General Mills, and as part of the interview process, they were a food scientist. They got to take home a bunch of I want to say full-size bottles of things, and they came over to my house and they're like, "Do you want some sauce?" And there was these a whole case of barbecue sauce and things. I'm like, "What is this?" And then I had to hear the weird interview story, but. Let's see, we got Ecolab. Ecolab's huge, along with 3M, which I kind of glazed over.
3M is a very big employer.
It's huge. Actually, in Cottage Grove here, I have a plant, the 3M plant, which used to be in Oakdale, which is also their main headquarters where they do all their research and stuff like that. A couple of my friends, this is what I love about big companies that attract innovative, creative people. 3M, when you work there as a scientist, allows a certain percentage of your time to be dedicated to you going towards your own endeavors and experiments. That's how they keep innovation going. Yes. And it's like a requirement. Like they want you to do your stuff. So I love that. And then we have Lando Lakes, which everybody recognizes, dairy. Yeah. Which, I'm amazed that isn't in Wisconsin.
Why is that?
Because it's the dairy state, right?
Oh, okay. Because they have so many cows and
it's cheese and cows, right? It's a cheese
capital for sure.
Yeah.
And they have amazing cheese in Wisconsin.
Oh, you know what we need to do? I think you and I need to do a Wisconsin road trip this summer where we take the morning muffin on a road and do some cheese tasting in Wisconsin.
That would be fun. I would. I
That
would
would
do
be
that.
fun. Okay.
Okay, what else do we have?
Ameriprise Financial, which is huge. We got Excel Energy, which not only do they do electricity, but for the eastern side of the Twin Cities, they also do gas. So we have CenterPoint on the western suburbs and Excel on the eastern.
I did not know that.
And then Hormel Foods. We've actually see, you learn something every day.
Learn something
Coming
every
to the
day.
Morning Muffin Show. We got Hormel Foods, which we've talked about before when we had one of our very first episodes, our Minnesota roadside attractions episode, where we talked about Spam.
The Spam Museum. That's right. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
Still
and
haven't
Hormel
made
is one
it
of
there
those. No, it'll be during our road trip. We should do that. And then Hormel, like a lot of these companies, the reason why they get so big is they buy up a lot of smaller companies. Hormel actually owns Chi-Chi's, like Mexican.
The old restaurant, Chi-Chi's? Are you talking about?
And yeah,
food,
but
they
the
make their own
product.
salsas and stuff.
Yes, exactly. And then we got Thrivent Financial. And then I didn't know their full name was For Lutherans. That's interesting.
I did because my mother worked for them.
Oh, did she enjoy it?
I don't know that would be the word she would use, but I think it's a really good company. But I don't know. I think she got some retirement from them, so that's a good thing always. But yes, it is for Lutherans. Okay. That doesn't mean you have to be Lutheran to invest, but
right. Of course not. I'm sure your money's green. We want you here.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so then we got Polaris, which is a fun thing to talk about because Polaris and Arctic Cat, so these are snowmobile companies. Recently Arctic Cat was bought up by another company, and you're gonna have to forgive me because I completely forget what they're called. And the reason why I know this is because my mother works for Arctic Cat building snowmobiles. They were bought up and now they do Yamaha. So they also build Yamahas up there. But Polaris and Arctic Cat, I don't know if this is true or if it's an urban legend or not, that Arctic Cat was started by two brothers who got in an argument and one left and built Polaris. And then the other kept Arctic Cat. And I have to say that it's great that Polaris is doing so well. I wonder what their secret is, like if they're shipped overseas or not.
I don't know, but they have done really well. I used to own their stock, which did very well.
Yeah, I wonder where their company headquarters is now, because as I knew it used to be up near Thief River Falls in the northwest corner of Minnesota, where Arctic Cat is, actually just like a couple 100 miles away from there. So I don't know, but I know that Arctic Cat is like primarily employs like the entire northwest corner of Minnesota up there, along with Lando Lakes and stuff up there. They like if that town goes down, like, or if Arctic Cat goes down, yeah, it's gonna be like, what's that town where Singer sewing machines went down and the whole town collapsed?
Oh, I have no idea.
Some town in Michigan, I'm just gonna assume, right? Because every town in Michigan that had like Ford and whatnot, everything crumbled. I'm terrible. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, and now Securian Financial Group. So these are small, but we also have, I'm going to unshare this, stop sharing the screen. We have Cargill, Medtronic, Boston Scientific, Monsanto, and the other companies that we don't talk about, which we should, are the University of Minnesota, which is a major attraction to Minnesota as well. And it's not a Fortune 500 company because it's college, but
Public
also,
university.
Yeah, Mayo. Mayo is another one.
They're a huge company. Yeah.
They're a huge
You're
company.
very knowledgeable. You're much more
Really?
knowledgeable about this. Yes.
Oh, I feel
Yes.
like I'm reiterating everything that I see as I drive around. Oh, look, there's that company I recognize. But also, the secret is I used to work for Rock Bottom Brewery downtown Minneapolis for years, and we hosted a lot of these Christmas parties for these companies.
That
Yeah,
had to have been fun. Oh, the restaurant business. That was fun.
I think so. I think so. But I mean, US Bancorp is here as well. We looked at a whole bunch of them. There's a lot of companies here, and it makes this city um, number one really educated because actually there is a list of we are in like one of the top ranking cities for bachelor degrees.
Oh, that's really interesting. You
So
mean
we're
people
high
who come here with their bachelor's degrees? Or
and people that already live here. Like education is part of our culture, right?
well, I think that's part of the reason why we are such an attractive city for other people because, we're up there, we're always ranked in the top 5 of best cities to live in. Health, walkability. Well, health is a big one with the lakes and everything, people riding bikes. We're just that kind of people. And the economy.
Yes, and I am pulling up. Okay, shared screen. Hold on. Share screen here. Boop 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 boop. Thank you for holding. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line. Okay, here we go. Best places to live in the Midwest by Waco Tribune Herald. Always, we're always in this. And this is
Yeah.
just a quick thing, right? Best small towns to raise a family in. And this
We're
is what
not a
just
small
comes up
town.
when you, yeah. States with the biggest Native American populations. Immigrants. This is by the Minnesota Post. Immigrants are welcome. This is also what makes us so great. And it's also what makes us a target in the media as well, doesn't it?
Sometimes, for sure.
So this was just put out January 13th. Okay, so 5 days ago. And it just talks about stagnation in population growth and things like that. And um, uh, anyway, I will drop this down um in the thing so you guys can read it on your own, okay? And then the other thing I wanted to say is we're doing really well in coronavirus testing. So if I go back to that search, and I'll also set that down, we are ranked as one of the best, if not the best, in testing.
What do you mean?
Well, let me pull it up. Hold
I
on.
mean, do you mean that our numbers are low? I don't think that's the case, is
I
it?
don't think that's the case. But the Twin Cities, oh, here's that bachelor's degree. Cities where most residents have bachelor degrees. Yep. Um, okay, hold on. Minnesota is the best state for checking the coronavirus. And that came out 4 days ago, and that was by Bloomberg.
So that just that our testing is up? Is that what it's
Yeah.
saying?
Well, and then not only are we testing, but we're also reporting it. Now, there was some issues, of course, like in Florida, where that one rogue reporter had gotten. Have you heard about that reporter that got in trouble for doing her own research because she found out that they weren't reporting all the numbers? So she came out with her own website, and she was served a militant version of a cease and desist where they basically the police went into her house and confiscated all of her computers, and they're like, you can't do this is
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So anyway, um yeah, and
Wow.
it ended up getting kicked out, but there's a lot of really interesting things in this world. And I'm really pleased that we live in such a progressive state. I that my heart sings. That's why I stay here.
Well, I was born and raised, but I don't know that I'm going to live here all my life. That's for sure.
Ooh, where are you going? Are you going to leave me?
No, I'm going to take you with me. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I have plans.
Well, let's look at what we got tomorrow, okay? Because this has been an interesting week. We all know that the news that we got
Well, I know Wednesday we have the inauguration.
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking about that for sure. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up my morning muffin, my giant Leslie note binder of all the things that I do. Okay, so here we go. We got Litchfield and Bloomington.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, some of these companies are in Bloomington.
Yeah, and poor Richfield. I'm just going to say it today. They keep getting swallowed up by all these other cities. Well, we'll talk about that tomorrow, okay?
We'll talk about that tomorrow. All right, everyone. Have a good day.
Mwah! Bye.
Bye.